Hello, it's Dave Dog here for episode 2, season 9 of Road to Glory with Bradford Park Avenue. It's been a while since I've produced a video. Lots going on in life I don't want to bore you with, and I really haven't been able to get a video, but please bear with me. I'll try and get videos out more frequently in the future. The first game of the season we saw in the last episode, we went down 4-2 away at Darlington. A bit of a shootout game where we had the better XG, but defensively we didn't cut it at all. We were 3-1 down at half time, and Baker Richardson, our new signing centre forward, missed a penalty and didn't play very well at all. So let's have a look how we've been doing since then. So our next game was our first home game of the season against Kettering. 3-3 the scoreline. No goals in the first half. McGee opened the scoring for them with an own goal. Baker Richardson got his first goal for the club on 48 minutes and having a much better game in this one, coming out with the man of the match. They took the lead again, 57 minutes, Marcon scored. We thought we were going to go down a penalty. Don't like the penalties. Every time someone tackles in the box, it's a penalty. And Casey made it 3-1, but we weren't done. We fought back. Greenwell made it 3-2 on 86, and 90 plus 1. Baker Richardson got us our first point of the season. Fiora also playing well in this game. I've worked out that he plays better in an attacking role, although his description does say that he's a defensive ball-winning midfielder. But it also says he can play as a striker, so we've been making him more attacking, and we had Hinchy as a defensive midfielder with Greenwell partnering Fiora in the middle. Tate Trusty with an assist in this one as well. He is working his way back to full fitness after long injury. As you can see, Macaulay 6.3, he's been up and down, and defensively nobody coming out with good marks at all. So we're scoring goals, but we're also letting them in. So let's have a look at the next one. And that was Chester away. They are one of the top teams. And you can see from the shots, 21 shots, 8 on target to our 3 and 1. We just weren't at the races in this one. On 21 minutes, Ward gave them the lead. Lots of yellow cards being shown. McGee getting one for us. 1-0 at half time, became 2-0 on 52nd minutes. Ward had then one disallowed on 60, and Ward made it 3 on 82 minutes, but we were well beaten. Macaulay getting the man of the match in this at 7.1, so that just shows it could have been worse with those 21 shots. 8 on target, but 3 getting past Macaulay. Sam's reasonable, 6.7, and Barrett 6.7, but pretty poor elsewhere, especially up front. Baker Richardson didn't show like he did in the previous game and was subbed off. We had our new signing on the bench, Kieran Flavelle, who in real life is actually playing for the Avenue, being signed from Barnsley on loan. He is the current number 1 in real life. But Macaulay stepping up with his presence on the bench there and getting the man of the match award. We then made it unbeaten in 2 home games, beating Lowestoft 3-2. Lowestoft newly promoted, but I think they were 7th when we played them. They'd made a good start. Pretty even game, this one. If you look at the XG, 2.59 against 2.3. 6 shots on target for us, 7 for them. But we made a good start. Donaghy on 17 minutes, adding to his tally of 2 in the first game. Then we got another dodgy penalty by John, 39 minutes. Baker Richardson got his 3rd of the season, so 3 apiece for Donaghy and Baker Richardson. We played 2 up front in this one, and we got the attacking side right. Again, we're letting in goals. So 2-1 on Baker Richardson. He got another one then, his 4th of the season on 81 minutes, but another dodgy penalty, 2 in this game. I just don't like it. Anybody tackles in the box and it's a penalty. 3-2, we held on. As you see there, 3 yellow cards for us. We really battled for this one. And as I said, Lowestoft had made a good start. So Baker Richardson, the man of the match. But Greenwell, Hinchy, Fiora and Donaghy all playing well. Nice to get a win. And 4 points from our 2 home games. So the next game was against Fylde. They are favourites to win the league and are currently, after this game, sitting at the top of the league. Their forward, Westendorf, is a real handful. and he had a goal disallowed on 12 minutes, but scored the opener on 19. We hit straight back. Sam Fielding with I'm going to show you this one, a really good run. And for a player who's supposed to be 1.5, 2 stars, showing some real skill. Let's have a look at this one then. Here we go. Sam's threads it through. Fielding picks it up, goes for that gap, slots it into the far corner there. For a defensive player, that was some goal. That made it 1 apiece. Before half-time, they got another 2. Danso and Westendorf with his second on 45+2. So we're 3-1 down at half-time, which became 5-1 in the second half, 59 minutes and 80 minutes. After the 80th minute, we had a little bit of a spurt. Fred Ngoy scored. He's been coming on. He's only fit to do 45 minutes. He got injured just before the season started, and he's a real miss. As you can see, Baker Richardson again, he's up and down. He doesn't seem to do it against the higher teams, but he's a handful and certainly puts away chances when he gets them. So Sam's 7.2 and Fielding 7.3. Fiora 7 and Goy on the bench a 7.1. Those are all the players involved in the goals. Really, the marks are all to do with goal scoring and assists. You don't seem to get in the green unless you do one of those things. Macaulay, not a bad game in this one, 6.8, even though he conceded 5 goals. There were 9 shots on target and an XG of 3.84. So as I say, we weren't really in this game. They'll take some stopping, Will Filed. So we come into today's game against Gloucester. We go from playing the top of the league. Gloucester are bottom. They've lost all 5 of their games. Before we see the team, let's have a look what we've been doing in the transfer market. So here we are, the transfer history. Courtney Baker Richardson we've got in free. Kieran Favell free. We knew about those. Lorenzo Lucarelli, who was our backup goalkeeper before Favell came in. Young player, has gone to Atlanta on a free. Not much I could do to stop that, but they offered a loan back. Thought, why not? We need a third goalkeeper and it's not costing us anything. So he's been loaned back. So the 2 players have just come in, 27th and 30th of August. We're on the 31st today. 2 central defenders. Luke Softly, hope he doesn't live up to his name. 25 years old, central defender cover. He's worth 10 to 20, but we've got him for nothing. He's on £300 a week. Current ability 2.5 star. Potential ability 3.5. Not a bad player. 6'1". Jumping reach 12. Heading 10. Passing is a bit low, 5, marking 11, tackling 11, aggression 13, concentration 11, determination 12. Let's have a look where he's been playing. He played in the National League with Barnet. Not bad, not fantastic. 6.79, 6.5, so probably not good enough for National League. He signed for Matlock last season, but didn't play a game. Then this season he's played 4 games for a 6.9. And they decided to let him go for some reason. He could be a bad boy, I don't know. His attributes are not bad, and we certainly need some cover, if not first choices there. And he could improve to 3.5. The other one is a more experienced, Jacob Mensah, 30 years old, no-nonsense centre-back. He's right only. 2.5 star. But we just needed some numbers in. We only have youngsters who are like 1 star to cover. Both of these players are better than Harding. He can play right back as well. Competent at right back. Jumping reach 13, 6'2", heading 10, marking 9, tackling 10. So all good in the attributes needed for a centre back. Passing 7, a little bit better than Softly. And if we look at his career, he played for Barrow on loan couple of seasons ago, League 2, 17 games, 1 goal, 6.74. So he's been playing at a higher level. When he played a while ago at National League level, 6.69 and 6.81. So a good experienced pro. So defensive reinforcements coming in. We definitely need them. We're shipping goals. If we sort that out, then we could rise up the table. The media expect us to finish in 14th, so lower mid-table, and that is what the board are asking for, mid-table. We just haven't got the money to radically change this team unless someone comes in with a bid for Fiora or Ngoy. So today's game then, as we said, playing bottom of the league. Gloucester, we're favourites for this game. We're unbeaten at home. So it's looking like a win. Let's see how we're lining up. We're slightly tweaking the formation here, but we're going with 2 up front against the lower teams, and we're going positive. We've been playing balanced or defended away from home against those top teams. It's not done the job because we're still shipping goals in. But at home, against a team who are bottom of the league and against a team that were promoted, we've done all right at home. Kettering, we've got a 3-3 draw against there, up in the top 6. So we're lining up more or less the same as we finished the last game. Macaulay in goal, Barrett and McGee are the full-backs, Harding and Sams the centre-backs. We're using 3 in midfield then, Fielding as a deep line playmaker. Hinchy has come in to replace Greenwell as a Mazzala on the right, him and Fielding having a good partnership. And Fiora on the left as a ball-winning midfielder on supports. Up front, we've got Baker Richardson and Donaghy, our 2 top scorers. Trusty is on the left. I'd love to be having Ngoy in on the right rather than Trusty. Trusty's still a bit rusty. Trusty's rusty. He's still not got over that long-term injury. He's showing flashes, but not there. Fred Ngoy has made a difference when he's come on, but as you can see, he's not fully fit. Recommended for 45 minutes of action, and as soon as he gets fit, he will probably take the position on the right. And we've got a decision to make then as to whether we go with 1 up front and 2 wingers. Against lower teams, we're playing with 2 forwards. Donaghy as a pressing forward and Baker Richardson as the poacher. We're going in positive. On the bench then, we've got our 2 new signings, Mensah and Softly. Mensah can play right back. Softly solely a centre back. Greenwell has dropped to the bench. As I've said, Hinchy's come in. So Ngoy and Thalberg then as the other substitutes. So let's get into this game then. Positive 4-3-1-2 is the tactic we're using. Let's see if we can get a further 3 points. Pre-match team talk then. I'm going to go for this one. I've not seen this one before. Stick to the plan, stay patient, and we'll be fine. Motivated Ricky Donaghy. Everybody else is composed, so not a brilliant team talk there. So let's get into the game then. Let's see how they are lining up. 5 successive defeats they've had. Not lost by loads. I think they've got a -10 goal difference. So they're playing with 3 at the back, wing backs, 3-4-1-2. So big gap there between their forwards and their defensive midfielders. Let's kick off, skip the formalities and see if we can get that all important win. And 544 tickets were sold for this game. The crowds are really disappointing. They've dropped around about the 550, 570 mark. We've increased that capacity to 4,000. And here we have our first highlight, 18th minute, and it's Gloucester with the ball, but Trusty nips in and takes it off them. So is it going to be our attack? Fiora, that looks like that player punched that ball there. Here is a player in acres of space, and he hits the post. There's a warning for us. And the bottom side have the first attack and first meaningful effort at goal that we've seen. It's a defensive throw-in. The highlight is more or less continuing though. Fiora coming out from the defence. He's moving forward, plays it to Trusty, inside to Baker Richardson, Donaghy. So we're knocking the ball around in the middle. Baker Richardson's through in the channel, plays it back out to Trusty. Trusty, is he going to have a belt? No, he's not. Fielding, is he going to dance into the area again? No, he's passed it to Donaghy. Strange highlight is this. Barrett coming forward. Barrett, can he get a cross in? He does. Baker Richardson is up. He's missed it though. They've headed it out. What a long highlight this is. McGee picks it up. We're coming again. Back to Sams. Back to McGee. McGee, what's he going to do now? Lose it? Oh, they've passed it to Hinchy. Hinchy's put Donaghy in. Donaghy's gone wide though. Can he get a ball across? Keeper knocks it out. Baker Richardson knocks it to Fiora. Trusty and over the bar. All that highlight for that. Grief, is that going to be the highlight of the game? Add instruction for Callum Owen. Always press. We are the favourites for this one, of course, because they've lost 5 in a row. Fiora with a free kick outside the box. 27th minute. We don't see many free kicks of ours going in. Maybe this one might be one of them. Fiora, has he been practising? He's taking his time. Go on, boy. Get it in. Oh, Marriott is just over the bar. Diving away there for the top corner. But look at the momentum. We're well on top, but 8 shots, nothing on target. McGee knocks it into the box, but straight to Marriott, the keeper, and he picks it out of the air. And you probably hear that I've got a bit of a sore throat. That's due to, here's Irwin, he's going away again. Nobody goes in front of him. They're going to open the scoring. Oh, what happened there? The post, and it bounced out again. Grief, a lot of chances here. And they got a bit of momentum, have they? Yes, it's a good corner. Irwin knocks it in. Richardson heads it out, but that one's over the bar. A lot of efforts at goal, but nobody's had anything on target. 1 XG for us, 0.32 for them. We've got the possession as usual. We've been having possession in most of the games. Irwin is a danger, but it's 0-0 at half time, and we've got to sort this out. We've got to be beating these. So half-time team talk, it really is an easy one this. We've got to go with Gianluca Haven's suggestion. We simply have to be better in front of goal, at least starting the target more often. We've got to point finger because we've not had anything on target, but we've had lots of shots. And that's motivated and fired up everybody except Ryan Barrett. Well, he's not going to be shooting much, and Baker Richardson as well. So let's start the second half then, see if we can break them down and score. It's been our own fault, really. And as I was saying, my sore throat is from the game last night at Leeds, coming back against Leicester, and apologies for that. But nothing happening, 9 shots, nothing on target. Let's have a shout and encourage. And here we go. We've got Baker Richardson on the ball. We've not got many men up with him though. Is he going to lose it? Yes, he is. But Trusty gets it from the defender's tackle. Trusty back to Fiora. Fiora going towards the box. Plays it across to Hinchy. Hinchy, he's going to bang one in. Yes, Hinchy scores. Didn't play much towards the end of last season, but he's done well when he's been coming on this season, and he gets a goal. Ryan Barrett is struggling, wants to be subbed. Why, what's wrong with him? Let's have a look at this one again. Hinchy knocks it out to the right, places it. Keeper could really have saved that, but we're not complaining about that. 68 minutes, we take the lead, and it's from a source that we didn't expect. Let's have a look at this. McGee's taking a knock as well. Let's have a look at these players that are going down. Injured, but feels they can shake it off. McGee, 6.8, is doing all right. Everybody's playing reasonably well, apart from Baker Richardson at 6.6. Let's leave it at the moment then. We'll keep it as it is and carry on. McGee has taken a knock, indicating it looks like pulled knee ligaments. Think you should place him. Let's just check that again. I'm going to take him off. Sams can play left back. So I'm going to put Sams out there, and I'm going to drop Fielding back in there. And I'm going to bring Greenwell on in that role. How is he as a deep line playmaker? Not his best. Yeah, we'll leave him at that. Greenwell comes on. McGee, slightly injured, but wanting to carry on. Can understand that, young player. So just that one sub at the moment, enforced change, and it's 1-0. We've got to get more goals. We've had 14 shots, 2 on target. They've had no shots, but 1 goal's never enough. We've got to get this second goal. Harding at the back plays it to Barrett. Barrett to Hinchy. Hinchy having a good game, scored the goal. Barrett inside to Greenwell. Their players are just standing off us here, watching us pass it about. That's good. You can see why they've lost 5 games. Donaghy still carrying it, but plays it back to Fielding. We're keeping possession. Fiora, Trusty comes inside, puts it through to Baker Richardson, and he gets the second. He either scores or he doesn't, but he's looking a good buy so far. I think that's his 5th of the season, doing a little dance at the side there. So here we go again. Fiora finds Trusty, and Trusty slots it in for Baker Richardson. 1 touch, left foot into the far corner. 2-0. That should be game over. It is game over. It's 90 minutes. I didn't realise that long had gone. It wasn't offside at all. Let's make some subs because we're going into added time. Mensah can play right back, so we're going to bring him on for his debut, not for long, but he's going to play full back. Yeah, we're going to bring Luke Softly on for Harding as well. 2 new boys getting the final minutes just to introduce them to the fans. And let's continue with that highlight that was on. Barrett, who's now being taken off, to Greenwell. Greenwell to Fielding. Are we going to get another goal? Fielding out to Fiora. Fiora is playing much better in this attacking role. Here's Trusty coming in. He's had a good game as well. Baker Richardson back to Trusty. Knocks it in. Donaghy. And saved by the keeper. Or was it the bar? Couldn't tell there, but it should have been another goal. Trusty, yep, he's had a good game today. And that looks like it. No, it's not. Fiora with a corner in the 5th minute of injury time. And Hinchy with a header. Second goal of the game for Hinchy. What a game he's having. 3-0, and it's a comprehensive win for us. Let's have a look at this one again. I wasn't quite looking what happened there. It comes in. Oh, it hits him more or less. It comes off somebody else and hits Hinchy on the head and goes in the goal. But we're having another highlight. We're into the 6th minute of added time here. Come on, we want a clean sheet. Don't let them have a goal. But it's Owen going forward. Gets past new boy Mensah there. And it's just over the bar, and a chance there for Gloucester, but it's going to be a clean sheet and a 3-0 comfortable win in the end. Jack Hinchy, of course, 2 goals, man of the match, coming in, replacing Greenwell and having a great game. Lots of good performances. Baker Richardson with the other goal, and Fiora with a couple of assists, Trusty with the other one. So overall, 3 goals from 2.01 XG, a good performance. So let's see where we are in the league now. We've moved up to 15th, just below where the media have predicted us to finish, and 7 points, level with Lowestoft. The teams at the bottom, especially the bottom 3, Hereford, Stalybridge and Gloucester, not got a win, and Lancaster, Rushall. So the new teams that are coming into the league are struggling. But we shouldn't be in any problem with regarding relegation. Whether we can make the playoffs is another thing. Whether we can get any more players in. We've sorted out a defence, although we were playing against the bottom of the league. A reasonable start to say, look at the teams we've played. How did Fylde go on today? Fylde were 4-0 winners away at Hensford. They're top of the league by 2 points. We've also played Chester, who were 3rd. We've played Kettering, who were 5th. The other teams we've played, Darlington are 12th. And Lowestoft 14th. So let's see where we're going to come back then for the next one. 2 successive home wins against Lowestoft and Gloucester. Let's go with Guiseley at home, unless that FA Cup second qualifying round is a decent tie. Well, thanks a lot for watching. If you've got any comments, please come back to me. I hope to see you again next time. This is Dave Dog for now. Goodbye.